thought we could just start off with typically how things really do start off for the walk-in customer or contractor at Dunn Lumber when they're looking at a cabinet project. It typically starts off with some sort of an appointment that they would make with one of our specialists. Can you talk about that?
Yes, we encourage people to make an appointment because this is not just buying a couple of 2x4s and a gallon of stain at this main sales counter. It typically is between 1 and 2 hours for your first appointment with a design specialist, and you want to make sure that the design specialist has time for you. In that initial meeting, we need to get some sense of what's the dimensions of the room that you're putting the cabinets in. If you know the style of cabinet you're looking for, that's helpful. But if you don't know, come on in, make the appointment, and we'll walk you through all of the options that are available to you, and discuss the pros and cons of various styles of cabinets. And we talk about the woods that the cabinets come in, the stains versus paint, how the boxes are made. All of this to help you get a better understanding of what's involved in cabinets.
Gotcha. You talked about the client, your customer, being prepared. So what kinds of other things could I bring to that appointment just to be as efficient as possible?
So it's helpful to have reasonably accurate dimensions, and this can be done by anyone. Just measure the length of your walls.
Just close.
Within
an inch.
Right.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Within an inch. Okay.
And it doesn't need to be to scale, because when we model the kitchen on the computer, it automatically scales it out, so you get a much better sense of what it's actually going to look like. If you know exactly what kind of a cabinet you're looking for, that's great. If not, I suggest bringing in some pictures of some cabinets you like, and then the designers at Dunn can help steer you towards that style of cabinet.
Would it be helpful if I let you know where walls start and end, if there's windows or doors or electrical plumbing? Do you need that type of thing initially?
In doing the measurements, the rough measurements, it's always, you do need to place windows. You need to measure from outside of casing to outside of casing, so that we know where we can put cabinets.
Okay.
And again, this is something that's easy to do. Does not need to be to scale, as long as the dimensional number is reasonably accurate. We will put it on the computer, which will then scale it all out and make it real clear as to what's going on. And
you implied it's okay if somebody comes in, they literally know nothing about cabinets. This is a great place to start.
It's absolutely a great place to start. Again, going back to the experience of the Dunn cabinet designers, a lot of experience there, and they're very good at helping you understand the various cabinets that are available to you, and start leading you towards what you really want.
Is it okay for contractors to send their customers in, or do they need to come in with their clients to meet with you?
So a lot of my regular contractors did this. They sent their customer in. About the only information I need from the contractor is, A, do we have a budget? Is there a particular type of cabinet that they want to put their customer in? Mm-hmm. But past that, no, we're very happy to work with a contractor's customer, and it's an advantage for the contractor also, because there's a lot of time, as we talked about the appointment time for doing cabinets. There's a lot of time spent there, and if the contractor has to come in and do it, that's time that works against his overhead. Where the customer can come in and we can spend the time, and then we always run the plan through the contractor before ordering to make sure that it's going to work for him. But it's a fantastic service for the contractor to be able to do that, and we're very happy to do it.
So client meets with you 1, 2, maybe 3 hours if it's super involved. Walk away, maybe with some samples in hand or whatever. At that point, what do you do, and when do they hear back from you?
So it usually takes a couple days after that initial appointment for the designer to finish up a drawing, and this is an initial drawing. It is just a starting point. And then we email out a floor plan, which is shows all your cabinets. We send out elevations that shows what the wall will actually look like in kind of a drawing format. And then with our software, we're also able to do full-on renderings that are close to photographic quality of what the kitchen looks like. And so we send out multiple renderings to help the customer really visualize what their kitchen's going to look like. And then from there, we usually set up a second appointment, and that's where we start fine-tuning things.
Well, and we pride ourselves at Dunn because it's interesting. You when you're inside the game for decades, you don't see. When a gentleman helped me out with marketing years ago, we walked in our Lake Union store, and he just commented, and said, that's really intimidating looking over there at a counter full of blue shirts. And you just I never thought about it that way. So really proud of the fact that we have specialists that are as welcoming and knowledgeable and humble that you can start from scratch. Because I've been around the business a long time. I don't know that much about cabinets. I can envision them, but the things you and I have talked about and will talk about in this series, some of them weren't on my radar at all. So.
Well, that was my goal when I was in the store, was to make the customer comfortable. Yeah. And I was always real clear when I felt something was that they were asking for was not the best option, and I would express my opinion. But at the end of the day, this is going to be their kitchen, and if this is what they want, then we'll do our very best to provide that.